thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Kobe White is out there with ball. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Vucevic, and it's Giddey in at the 3, the small forward. Ball from long range. Rebound, Washington. And a deep 3 from George. Rebounded by Vucevic. Pass to Giddey. Lets it go from deep. Traps in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Koulibaly. For 3. Vucevic with the rebound. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Vucevic setting the pick for ball. Pass to Vucevic. Buzelis with the ball. Defended by George. Just 5 to shoot. A 3 ball. Now here's ball. This one for 3. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Brian Keefe shared a few moments with me. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin, Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Vucevic, a screen on Middleton, drains the three-pointer. Giddey's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Bulls.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know, it's become a three-point shooting league. The team's shooting a steady diet from outside.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
On the wing, Giddey. Here's White. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul. Kispert's checked in for the Wizards. Jones checked in for Chicago. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. It's White on the wing. He's defended by Koulibaly. On the clock. And the Bulls with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Jones from outside. They get the rebound. Out to White. Beyond the arc. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Poole, the pass to Middleton. And here is Kispert. Back to Middleton. Over ball. Another one falls for Washington.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Buzelis with the ball. Defended by Kispert.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Middleton, a screen on Jones. Launches it. Another miss by Middleton.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Buzelis, no one around him. It's good from long range. Buzelis has got 8.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
It could go, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls up 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
So on the floor for Chicago to start the second quarter. Jones is out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Williams. And it's Smith in at the 5. Now here's Smart. Outside for George. Fires from the wing. Rebound by Smith. The Bulls leading by 7. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty draft record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar level talent.
Pass to Dosunmu. Fires the 3. Kicks it out to Jones. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jones has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Now, here's Kispert. Giddey defending. And here's George for 3. Drills the 3-pointer. George has got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
From deep 3-point land. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Jones for 3. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Now, here's Kispert. He has yet to score. Giddey with it. George picks him up. Williams next for 2. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, you get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. You stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 6. Pass to Dosunmu. And the Bulls with another miss. Wizards trail by 7. Here's Carrington. No good with the triple. The Bulls have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Wizards have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. The tray. From deep, George. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Giddey's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Dosunmu. Drops one in from the wing. And the Bulls lead by 9. Washington's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And for the Bulls, they're shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
George, no good. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 14-6 run. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Giddey, no good. Wizards trail by 12. Kispert with it. Still without a basket. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Substitution on the court.
3 from the inbound. Poole, no good. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And here's Herter outside. Drills it from outside.
3-point field goal.
For 3, Middleton. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Chicago Bulls. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
They've got Chris Middleton. Koulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Czar, and it's George in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group, but it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Wizards trail by 18. The 3 from Poole connects from 3-point range. Poole's got 6.
Well, nice execution off the inbounds. They caught the defense napping on the perimeter.
Giddey kicks to Vucevic. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by George.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Giddey. From outside, off the mark. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Vucevic. 3-pointer. Giddey, no good. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The shot by Middleton, wide open. That ball's nice feed that time from George. He's got 5.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Pass to Buzelis. Lets it go with a 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. And the Bulls lead by 15.
A big answer from Buzelis. He wants his team to know they can count on him from the perimeter.
Giddey with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Deep 2 from Ball. He drains the quick shot.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Pass to Koulibaly. Middleton, a screen on White. Kicks it down to Middleton. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
Shoots it up. And it's White missing. Wizards trail by 14. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Now here's Giddey. He has 6. Drains it from beyond the arc.
3-point field goal.
1:37 left in the third quarter. Here's Koulibaly. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Bulls leading by 20. Giddey with it. George picks him up. Here's Vucevic. Another 3 for Chicago.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Well, Sarr continues to develop that three-point shot, hoping to make it a reliable part of his game.
Back to Giddey. Ball sets a screen for Giddey. Pass the ball. Shot clock at 6. No good from outside. Wizards trail by 20. George passes to Sarr. Nice ball movement by Washington. Koulibaly, no good. For Chicago, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Buzelis. Shoots the 3. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Cool, no good. Here's Buzelis. Off target from outside. The shot by George, wide open. And so it's Chicago, closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The 3. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Josh Giddey is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Smith. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Dosunmu in at the 2. Now here's Bay. Pass to Carrington. Launches a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Carrington's got himself on the board with 3 there. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved...
In the air and down hard! Woo!
Oh, stop.
Nobody near Williams. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And the Bulls lead by 18.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Outside Williams. And a miss there on the triple. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. They set the screen. Pass to Carrington. Now here's Holmes from beyond the arc, and Jones pulls it down. Now here's Giddey. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Misses the 3. Wizards trail by 18. Bay wide open, and he fires. Hits the three-point bomb.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
On the wing, Williams. Outside, Jones. Top of the key, Giddey. Kicks it out to Jones. Gets a very good look and converts. Washington's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. The Bulls leading by 17. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Outside for Smart. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Bruce Ellis comes in for Williams. Whitey's checked in for Dosunmu. And Ball subbed in for Trey Jones. Here's Koulibaly. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
They're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Chicago making a switch here. Zach Collins checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Bruce Ellis. Kevin Huerter is checked in for Ball. And it's Carter in for White.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Chicago.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Josh Giddey.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
And here is Giddey. Fires for 3. The rebound by Carrington. Pass to Koulibaly. There's a good screen from outside the arc. Sinks the triple.
A primary responsibility of Brogdon's. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to him.
Giddey with it. Brogdon picks him up. The fader. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Here's Carrington. Shoots over Huerter, and it's Carrington missing. Puts up a deep 3. The shot comes out. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the man.
both pile up assists.
Those are some of the better teams to play for and are the most dangerous in terms of setting up your scheme defensively. Coaching staffs have a really hard time trying to get their team ready against an opponent that moves the ball as often as both of these teams do tonight.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the 3. Young can't hit. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Back to Coulibaly. 4-3. The rebound by the Hawks. And here's Young. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by George. Coulibaly with it. And it's Young picking him up. Lets it fly. And it's Coulibaly missing.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Now here's Middleton. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And that's what Middleton is known for, a remarkable outside shooter, and that release got off pretty quick.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and Coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Poole for 3. Rebounded by Daniels. Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. This one for 3. And it's Coulibaly missing. The Hawks have gone 1 for 3 so far. The 3 from Risache. Sarr pulls it in. George against Johnson. Plenty of space. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. There's Young with the 3. Buries it from 3.
Yeah, often shooting from way beyond the arc. Young easily pops in the short-range 3.
The kick out to Poole. From the high post. The rebound by Atlanta.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Young can't hit. For Washington, they've gone only 2 of 6 from the field. George with the bucket.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Here's Risache. Puts up a 3. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. And out on the wing, Zach Risache has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Now here's Young. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Poole from long range. Atlanta with a rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the right side. The 3 from Risache. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Here's Risache. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson for 3. Here's Okongwu. And at last, they get one to fall.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
Coulibaly on the wing. Pass to Middleton. Back to Coulibaly. Let's go with a 3. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
From the arc. Okongwu, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
The three, George. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession.
Washington. Substitution on the court.
16 seconds left in the first. Knocks down the long J.
Good look from the big man as Holmes gets it to the other guy and not forcing his shot.
Capella screen on Poole. And here's LeVert for three. Here's Capella. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And Poole puts up a deep three. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And at the end of one, a closely contested game. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. They've got Terrence Mann, George Niang out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Rizachet, and it's LeVert in at the point. And the basket is good.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Graham. A franchise low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Niang, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. The Hawks have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. LeVert outside. Beyond the arc. Kispert with some nice D. The Wizards with a lead. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Fires in the triple. Kispert's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's very smart about spotting up in transition, and no one rotated over to contest that one.
Outside man. Screen by Capella. Launches it. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
That one goes in. Rizachet's got 5 now.
It's always good to see Rizachet mixing it up down low.
Pass to Carrington. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Now here's Capella. Now man. George defending. Now the Wizards in transition. And here's Kispert from the arc. Kept alive by Washington. Smart passes to George. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. George has gotten his second bucket.
A great decision from Smart. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
And here's LeVert for 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Niang. Here's Capella. Outside for LeVert. Right wing. The 3 from Rizachet. Goes up again. It's rebounded by George.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Pass to Carrington. Graham, there are such intense rivalries at college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, B.A., they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Here's Champagny. Three-pointer. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Nice catch and finish on the lob. And it's an 11-point Wizard lead.
and they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Washington shooting their first free throw of the contest. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
And Atlanta making a change here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Johnson comes in for Niang. Daniels is checked in for Mann. And it's Young in for Levert. Now here's Young. Pass to Rizachet. Shot to stop the run. The rebound by the Wizards.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Outside Johnson. Here's Rizachet. 5 points in the game. And Atlanta misses again. Kispert, right side. The three ball. He buries it from three. Kispert's got 11 points.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And so it's Washington up 15 points as this quarter concludes. The hustle. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at Corey Kispert. What a contribution.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Jordan Poole. And it's Sarr in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. And that one's good. Poole.
And Poole up ahead of the defense on that pull-up in a hurry.
Hawks trail by 14. Pass to Rizachet. Launches a 3. They get the rebound. Back to Young. It's stolen away. Picked it. Outside Johnson. There's the triple. Sarr pulls it in.
How does such an elite finisher not throw that down? I'm confused.
And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, B.A.? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare. Just think when he gets his confidence.
Here's Daniels. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. And it's Coulibaly missing.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
And how about the skill of Rizachet? Able to outwork the contact and finish what he started.
Here's Poole. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. The kick out to Young. No good on the triple.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
George with it, and it's Young picking him up. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
It's stolen by Johnson.
The pump fakes are risks because you're exposing the ball. You have to be careful because a solid defender will easily steal it.
Washington leading by 11. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. From deep. hits the three-pointer. Daniels has got 6 points.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Pass to Coulibaly. Jacks up a three. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Give him 8 points now.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
It's George on the wing. Lets it go from the wing, and it's good. Off the back rim and in. And the Wizards lead by 10.
And Poole knocks that one down without worry.
Here's Daniels. No good on the three. Washington has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Young against Poole. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Johnson. The three is up. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The three hits the trifecta.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Here's Young. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
All about getting into a rhythm as a shooter. When Trae Young finds his, he's pretty fine at taking those shots.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That'll be a 2nd foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Bay from long range. Okongwu with the rebound. Hawks trail by 11. Intercepted. And the Wizards on the break. Here's Carrington. The wide open shot is on the money. Carrington's got 8.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
And here's LeVert for 3. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Knocks it down from distance.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
There's a screen. Poole for 3. Look at Poole showing the range.
Shooters shoot. Poole just couldn't let that 3 go unanswered.
And here's LeVert for 3. The rebound by the Wizards. Bay outside. And so it's the Washington Wizards in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. Clint Capella out there with George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then it's Karis LeVert. And it's Bufkin in at the point guard position. Clock at 6. The 3. Gill grabs the board.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. Capella, the pass to Mann. Here's Bufkin. Misses the 3. Wizards leading by 13. Releases. Tipped. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. So for Washington, Holmes comes in for Gill. And Kispert is subbed in for Champagny. And a change for the Hawks. Krejci's checked in for Bufkin. Here's Krejci. Defended by Smart. Pass to Krejci. Puts up a 3. Washington with a rebound. They swipe it. From deep. Kept alive by Atlanta. Goes back up. And Holmes pulls it down. For for Washington. They've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Bay passes to Kispert. Back to Bay. Puts it up. Jump shot is good.
Encouraging to see Sadiq Bey just stay this confident, looking for that shot off the catch.
Niang, that's good.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Bay outside, launches a three. The rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's man. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Well, Capella at that size really has no issues spotting the open man.
Washington leading by 9. Pass to Bay. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Kispert outside. Fires the three. The rebound by the Hawks. Niang's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's man. Atlanta gets it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Three-pointer Holmes. Rebounded by the Hawks. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. Outside for LeVert. Fires for 3. No good that time.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Pass to Capella. Here's Krejci from downtown. Niang, the pass to Capella. And here's LeVert for 3. Sinks the tray. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
Well, we'll see how the other side responds here. They have to come up big.
He drops it from range.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
The 3 ball. And Holmes pulls it down.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
Kispert's shot is good.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
And the slam dunk by Capella. And it's Washington with the ball. They're leading by 8.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
From deep three-point range. Rebound Atlanta. And so it's Washington with the W. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home.
big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Risache and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. And here is Giddey. Here's the three. The rebound by Young. Here is Daniels for the three. Kept alive. Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Over White. 5 to shoot. Young for three. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's just too easy for Young. The D has to guard him a lot better than that beyond the arc.
Pass to Buzelis. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Okongwu. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Giddey. The three. And the Bulls, another three.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Young finds Johnson. Now Daniels. There's the three. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. The Bulls have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
LeVert's checked in for the Hawks. Pass to Johnson. Puts up a three, and that's good. Caris LeVert for three.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
For three. LeVert grabs the miss.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
And then Johnson with the jam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
He had a nice open look right there.
Love whenever Ball is assertive like this. This is how dangerous he can be on offense.
Here's Okongwu. And it's off from three-point range. Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Now here's Giddey. He's covered by Daniels. Ball surveying the defense. Takes the three. The rebound by Johnson. The Hawks trailing. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, I got a few minutes with Billy Donovan. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive if they hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Buzelis with the ball, covered by Johnson. There's Ball with the three. Rebound by Johnson. Hawks have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Young, no good. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
So it's the Hawks now. Trailing by 2. Johnson. The kick out to Young. Fires the three. Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. clock reset for the Hawks. LeVert from outside. It's all in by the Bulls. Pass to Buzelis. Lets it go from deep. No good on that one. Three-pointer. And that one released in time, but no good. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Reza Shea, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. Here is Williams following the 3 by Atlanta. From the arc, hands it from downtown. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Smith the pass to Giddey. Reza Shea with it. Jones covering. Here's Niang. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch, at his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Just 5 on the clock. Jones, no luck. Atlanta has gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Niang. Knocked away.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Giddey. Drops in the tray. Giddey's got 6 points. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Here's Niang. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Williams with a clean look. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Mann. Giddey defending. From deep 3-point land. Launches it. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Niang.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Count it. 8 points for him. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now, Reza Shea. No scoring in this one. Giddey with it. Pass to Williams. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls, Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. And Ball subbed in for Dosunmu. And a change for the Hawks. Buffkins checked in. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Giddey's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Now, Giddey. After the missed 3 from Vucevic, Williams gets the bucket.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those 3s just started to fall like raindrops.
Mann can't hit.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
1:07 left in the first half. Giddey, no one around him. Another 3 for Chicago.
And this is the game plan for him, and he's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now here's Levert. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Now here's Giddey. That 3 off the mark.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Niang. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Vucevic in the corner. No good on the 3. Hawks have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's Niang. The offensive rebound. Here's Capella. Pass to Bufkin. Back to Niang. There's the triple. Here's Capella. And finally they hit one. Capella's got it back down to single digits for the Hawks.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And so it's Chicago holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've done a lot of great work. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
We've got Buzelis. Lonzo Ball out there with White. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Hawks trail by 11. Break since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021. The Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
To Giddey. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Can't hit the corner 3. Atlanta's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Okongwu. From deep. Ball with the rebound. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Wasted no time on that one. White's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
This one for 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity. But Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. Guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Puts up a deep 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Bulls leading by 12. Here's Buzelis. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 7 rebounds in the game. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Young from outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Daniels. The 3. He can't get that one.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate. because he's destroying his teammates.
Ball with the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
From past the arc. The shot by Buzelis, no good. The Hawks trail by 17. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Bulls making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. George Niang comes in for Rizachet. Mann's checked in for Daniel. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Trae Young. The Hawks shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves. Here's Niang. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now the Bulls with it. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And here is Giddey. 14 points for him. Williams, a screen on LeVert. Open shot. Williams hits the jumper in space. Williams has got 11 points.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. The kick out to Ball. Fires the three, and Giddey gets it to go. He's got 17.
On offense, Ball is a catalyst. He knows how to move things around and get people quality shots.
A nice shot by LeVert.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Williams can't get it to go. Here's Mann. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's
well through 3/4 of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The Bulls on top, leading by 14. And we'll get going after this from United Center. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Atlanta, Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Krejci in at the point. The Hawks trail by 14. For 3, Nance. He can't hit that time. From deep three-point land, Nance gets the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Smith with a screen on LeVert. Outside, Jones. Back to Giddey. Jones with the screen on LeVert. Outside, Jones jacks up a 3. Atlanta with the rebound. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. LeVert the pass to Krejci. Back to LeVert. Beyond the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Giddey's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Dosunmu. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Dosunmu's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. On the wing, Nance takes a 3. The rebound by Dosunmu. The Bulls leading by 14. Giddey the pass to Dosunmu. Another 3 for Chicago.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You got to at least show a little heart out here.
Smith sets the pick for Giddey. Smith outside. A 3 ball. Nance with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 17. Here's Krejci. It's good from long range.
That's just unfair with that advantage height-wise. You can just shoot over him from deep.
For Chicago, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Stolen by Levert.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Levert against Giddey. Pass to Collins from downtown. Another 3 for Chicago.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Here's Krejci. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Bulls leading by 18. Jones for 3. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Krejci, defended by Jones. Nance, and Nance slams it in.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Josh Giddey.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Chicago making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Smith. Kevin Huerter comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Carter in for Trey Jones. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Young comes in for Mann. 3-pointer, Levert. The basket good off the assist from Young.
And how about the find by Trey, making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
With the shot. Rebounded by the Hawks. Fires from deep. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Shot by Collins, no good. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. The shot by Okongwu, no good. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They have a 19-point lead. Shot by Collins, no good. 3-pointer, Levert. Okongwu kicks to Levert. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One.
Friday afternoon.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Washington. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. We've got Jordan Poole out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Sarr, and it's Middleton in at the 3. Poole finds Middleton. From 20 feet. Poole's shot is off.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Here's Buzelis. And it's Poole with a rebound.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Here's Giddey. After the basket by Washington. Drops in the 3.
Boy, Giddey, if he becomes a knockdown three-point shooter, you will not be able to guard this guy.
We'll go now to Allie LaForce, who spoke with Billy Donovan. Allie.
I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense. We have to talk, and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. There's the triple. Sarr pulls it in. For Washington, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. George outside. Pass to Poole. Over Buzelis. Poole shot is off. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Oh, got that one up quick.
Nice quick trigger from Ball right there. Good at sizing up the defense and knowing when to shoot off the pass.
Jordan Poole, that one's good.
Man, oh man, that's just absurd range. He can pull it up and hit it from just about anywhere.
Giddey against Middleton. Now here's Giddey. Not a lot of room. 4-3. Ball no good. The Wizards have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. The 3. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Chicago's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
B.A., I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan.
Chicago leading. It's Giddey on the wing. Middleton covering. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Got a piece of it.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
Jones, he's checked in for Giddey. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Kispert's checked in. Outside White. Pass to Jones. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. That one drops. He ties it up. Grant, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Now here's Coulibaly. Back to Kispert. Lets a 3 fly. Drills it from deep.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Coulibaly. And again, Washington with a triple.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
On target from range.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Poole. Middleton from the outside. Buzelis grabs the board. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter here. From behind the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. Saar's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jones against Poole. Saar passes to Poole. Here's Saar over Jones. Saar misses.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
3-pointer. Saar pulls it in. Saar's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Coulibaly. Here's the 3. Chicago with a rebound. White on the wing. Launches it. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer.
It's all tied in Chicago. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
So on the floor for the Wizards. George out there with Kispert. Then there's Marcus Smart. Then it's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Carrington in at the 2-guard spot. Pass to Jones. And the call will be on Corey Kispert. That's his first foul of the game. All right, Doris, you look at the criteria for traveling in the NBA. You think it's called often enough?
You know, B.A., I'm not sure the answer to that. It's amazing to me the speed with which these officials have to make the calls. Sometimes you go back and watch it, what looks like a travel is not, or what's not called a travel is. This is actually a harder issue than people think.
George's shot is good.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Corner shot. And again, it's Chicago.
May not be Josh Giddey's first instinct, but boy, he can flat score the basketball.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Giddey. And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Wizards trail by 4. Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Jones. And it's Smart missing. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Outside Giddey. And the 3-pointer goes. Giddey's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, you call for a screen, you find the window, and you execute in pick-and-roll action. That is Josh Giddey at his best.
Bay outside. Smart, a screen on Giddey. The shot. Washington again can't hit. Bulls leading by 7. The kick out to Williams. From outside the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And the 3 off target. Wizards trail by 10. It's George on the wing to halt the run. Outside for Bay. Pass to Smart. Just 5 to shoot. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. No good from outside.
Absolutely tenacious guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Jones, his shot is good.
Well, it's just incredible court awareness by Josh Giddey. Understanding wide open man, I've got to find him.
Jacks up a 3. And Smart nails the triple.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Outside Giddey. Pass to Smith. There's the 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Fires the three. Carrington no good. Chicago leading by 13. Williams passes to Giddey. Crafty move. Pass to Smith. Takes a three. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Smith's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, Jalen Smith wants to stretch the floor. He's got a sweet shot.
Well, the Bulls shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. Another three for Chicago.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient. I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Smith no good. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Smart for three. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Smart has gone 1 of 5 from the field. George with a steal. Now Smart. From the arc. Counted from distance. Smart has got 6. 5 ticks left in the first half. Here's Smith. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Chicago ahead. They lead. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Smith.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
They've got Josh Giddey. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Lonzo Ball, and it's White in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And Vucevic over to help. Outside Coulibaly. It's Poole on the wing. Shoots it from the corner, and it's good for 2. 6 points for him. And White has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. That's tipped. Coulibaly with it. Now guarded by White. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards. And you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. Wizards trail by 14. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. Chicago with a rebound. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Vucevic finds Giddey. White for 3. They get it again. Giddey passes to Vucevic. Second chance shot. No good off the back of the rim. Washington has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Middleton outside. George for 3. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. George has got 5 points.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Outside Giddey. Back to Vucevic. Vucevic missing again.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
The 3 is up. That shot, no good. The Wizards trail by 11. Coulibaly with it. Now guarded by White. Middleton passes to George. Off target from outside. The Bulls have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. The shot by Buzzell is no good.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
All right, Graham, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. And it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Sarr passes to Middleton. George with it. And there's a pick. Wing shot on the way. Chicago with a rebound.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Ball, a screen on George. The kick out to Ball. 6 to shoot. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Wizards trail by 8. Poole with the ball. Guarded now by Ball. Back to Poole. Outside Koulibaly. Takes the 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Buzelis. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got his 8th rebound here tonight. George passes to Middleton. They set the pick. Here's Poole. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. From deep, Giddey. And again, no good by Chicago. And for the Wizards, they're shooting only 31% in the game. Washington again can't hit. Chicago leading by 8. 3-pointer, Buzelis. And it's Koulibaly with a rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Sinks it from distance. Buzelis has got 6.
And he doesn't waste any time at all. Buzelis got the ball and just attacked right away.
Stolen by Ball. And here they come.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And Poole puts up a deep 3. Can't drop the tough 3-pointer. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Chicago ahead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Washington, we've got Marcus Smart, Sadiq Bey out there with Kispert, and it's Gill in at center. Pass to Dosunmu for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Here's Carrington. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Jones misses. The Wizards trail by 11. Kispert with the ball. Dosunmu picks him up. Beyond the arc. Smith with the rebound. Chicago's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Williams from long range. And Bey pulls it down. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Bulls leading by 11. And here's Giddey. Pass to Smith. Dosunmu outside. Outside Giddey. Now here's Smith. The 3 is up. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. And the Bulls lead by 14.
When Jalen Smith puts it all together, this guy can be special. We're getting a glimpse of that right now.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Washington again can't hit. The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. This one for 3. Smith no good. The Wizards trail by 14. Smart finds Bay. Back to Smart. To the middle. Kispert outside. Stolen by Giddey. The Sunmu for three. Pure from three-point range. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Smith outside. From deep. It's hauled in by Carrington. Washington has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Over Williams. And it's Chicago with a board. Jones from outside. Sends it home from three-point land.
Boy, Josh Giddey showing off that great vision right there.
Smart against Jones. And it's Smart missing. Bulls leading by 17. Dosunmu outside. Let's go with a three. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Smart passes to Bay. Releases. And Smart with the bucket on the assist from Bay. For Chicago, they've gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Dosunmu for three. Gill grabs the board. Wizards trail by 18. Here's Carrington. The long distance three is buried. Carrington's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Outside Jones. It's stolen by Smart. Bay with it. Guarded now by Williams.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Bulls.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Josh Giddey.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
Fast break, here we go. For three, Smith. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Yet another assist. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A.
Lets it go from deep. Gill, no. And it's the Bulls' ball. Jones finds Giddey from deep three-point land. Jones misses. Launches it from deep. Missed it. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Boy,
so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. George is out there with Song. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Coulibaly in at the 2 spot. Back to Middleton. Clock at 6. Top of the key. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Pass to Rizachet. Johnson sends the screen for Rizachet. The tray. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
Here's Coulibaly. And he's good on the 3 ball.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. And the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Atlanta's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. The Hawks again can't hit. Washington's gone 1-3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Middleton with a screen for Poole. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. The Hawks have gone 0-5 here to start the game. Start for them. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Karis LeVert's checked in for Rizachet. Kispert's checked in for the Wizards. Can they get it? The rebound by Middleton. For Washington, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Sarr, covered by Okongwu. Wizards passing it around. Near the three-point line, it's Kispert. Rebound, Atlanta. Here's LeVert. Lets the 3 fly. Kept alive. Knocked loose. Rule with the steal. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
The Hawks trail by 4. Three-pointer, Daniels, good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Kispert. Here's Coulibaly. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
It's up a 3. Middleton, a screen on LeVert. Coulibaly, no good. So it's the Hawks now. 4-point game. From deep. And that's good. Karis LeVert for 3.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
Middleton can't get it to go. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. And it's LeVert missing. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Coulibaly trains the three-pointer. Coulibaly's got 11. Atlanta's shooting pretty grave so far, about 23%. And it's LeVert missing. Kispert with it, and the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Smart. His three-pointers off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. Wizards out front. They lead by 4. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Wizards.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And we also have seen them continue to fire from deep. With the results they're seeing, you can understand why.
Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then there's Risacher. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Got that one up quick. Champagne's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Wizards. Here's Niang. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Hometown hero and dedicated Hawks fan, Lil Yachty in attendance.
And the fans in Atlanta love him just as much as he loves his Hawks. When he performs here at halftime, it can be a bigger event than the game itself.
Atlanta making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in. Gill is checked in for Washington. Here's Buffkin. Offensive rebound. Puts up a deep 3. Washington with the rebound. Smart on the wing. And the 3 ball is good. Smart's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Wizards.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Wizards leading by 5. Smart passes to Bay. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Niang. The Hawks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Mann. And a miss there on the triple. Washington's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Smart against Young. From the wing. And another miss by Washington.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Smart wide open, he fires. And it's good off the back rim and in. Smart's got 8. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Niang. No good on the 3. Wizards have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And it's Carrington missing. Hawks shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Young pass to Okongwu.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For Atlanta, they have shot 2 free throws and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, That's something you'll be happy with.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Jalen Johnson's checked in for George Niang. Rizachet is coming in for Mann. And Daniels subbed in for Karis LeVert. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. They trail by 3. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Washington shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Pass to Poole. Here's Coulibaly. No good with the triple. It's Young on the wing. He's defended by Coulibaly.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
41 seconds left to play here in the half. Johnson, the pass to Young. Hawks passing it around. Here's Rizachet. Here's Daniels. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. That free throw missing.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Here's Poole. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Middleton. And again, Washington with the triple.
And if you're trying to get the most out of Middleton offensively, put him in catch-and-shoot situations.
Johnson finds Young. Okongwu with a screen on Poole. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Young's got 5 now.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And here is Okongwu. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Hawks trail by 6. Here's who Brian Keefe is starting the second half with. Sarr out there with George. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Poole in at the 1 spot. For 3, Middleton. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Daniels, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
George against Johnson. Middleton left side. The kick out to Poole. 5 on the clock. Pulls it from 20. On the wing, George. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Fires for 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds here tonight. Daniels from outside. Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Now Rizachet. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Poole. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. Now here's George. Poole with it. Defended by Young. Goes back up. That's good from Poole on the assist by George. And the Wizards lead by 11. Atlanta's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
And here's George for 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Daniels has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by George. Wizards leading by 9. The 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract moves. Commissioner Silver says he used to refer to it as dead money. A star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. They get the rebound, kicks it out to Johnson. Launches it. Another 3 for Atlanta.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Koulibaly. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Risacher. It's deflected.
Sharp defensive instincts from the rookie. Sarr using those long arms to knock that one away.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. Three-pointer, Daniels. That one, no good. Washington leading now by 5. Johnson, that's for 2. Daniels dishes to Johnson. Off target from outside. Pass to Poole. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
For the Hawks, George Niang comes in for Dyson Daniels, and Karis LeVert subbed in for Young. Three-pointer, LeVert. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Carrington. Good on the triple. Carrington's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
LeVert the pass to Johnson. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Scooped up. Pass to Niang. Three-pointer. George with the defensive effort. Lets it go with a 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Washington in the driver's seat. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Krejci in at the 1. Tries again. And the basket by Krejci.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Kispert kicks to Smart. Kispert finds Smart. Kispert setting the pick for Smart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc. The shot's good from Bay. Bay's got his first 3 points of the game.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Smart. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Krejci. LeVert with it. got a piece of it. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Launches the three. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Krejci. The rebound by Champagnie. Smart deciding where to go with it. This one for three. Hits it from three-point range. And the Wizards lead by 9.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Here's Niang. They get it back. Capella banked in off the glass.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Smart passes to Champagnie. Back to Kispert. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. LeVert grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Pass to man. To the middle. Here's Niang. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Bay. Launches a three. The rebound by Niang. The Hawks trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Stolen by Kispert. And here we go. Bay wide open, and he fights. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Bay's got 6 here in this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Pass to Smart. For three, Kispert. Rebounded by Capella. Atlanta's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Niang. And it's off from three-point range. Washington shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Washington.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Alex Song.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
Atlanta again missing. And it's Washington's ball. Bay kicks to Smart. A 3-ball. Pass to Bay. Shoots over LeVert. Bay, no good. And so Washington takes the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that.
are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
And the starting group for Chicago. We've got Buzelis. Ball is out there with Kobe White. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, and it's Giddey in at the 3, the small forward.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Outside Young, back to Daniels. Fires from deep. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Chicago with the ball. From behind the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. Here's Risache. Giddey defends. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Really good passing wing. Risache isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
From deep, Giddey. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
Ball no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Risache, no good. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Ball no good. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Daniels. Pass to Young. There's the triple. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Vucevic. Fires for 3. That's good from Giddey. On the assist by Vucevic. Giddey's got 6 points.
And the nice stroke, that's coming along for Josh Giddey.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Giddey. He has 6. Ball no good. White against Young. Fader on the way. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
White for 3. Knocks down the triple.
Smart read from Giddey, just trying to involve his teammates.
Hawks trail by 4. Right side Young. 3-pointer. Buzelis grabs the board. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. 3-pointer. The shot by Buzelis no good. Atlanta is shooting just 22% in the early stages of this one. Johnson with a bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Atlanta with the ball. Trailing by 2. The 3 from Risache. Gets the 3 to fall.
And you see how dangerous Risache can be from deep, especially considering how fast his release is.
Drains the triple.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Buzelis. Still without a bucket. From outside the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Well, Chicago shooting 33% in the first quarter. The shot by Buzelis no good. Atlanta with the ball. Outside Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Giddey's got 6 rebounds here tonight. 3-pointer, Buzelis. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. The 3 from Risache. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. 3-pointer, Buzelis. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
And he doesn't waste any time at all. Buzelis got the ball and just attacked right away.
And here's Okongwu for 3. Nails it from 3. Okongwu's got 5.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
There's Ball with a three. Another three for Chicago.
Some gamesmanship now as Ball saw 1-3 go and said, I'll get one back on you.
Young against Ball. Pulls it from the corner. And it's Giddy with a rebound. Giddy's got rebound number 7 tonight. There's Ball with a three. He can't hit that time. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Bulls out in front. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Chicago?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Williams is out there with Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Dosunmu in at the 2. Chicago leading by 5. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Takes a three. Offensive board. From deep. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 6 assists in the game.
And Giddey just that 6th sense to find the open man.
And here's LeVert for 3. Chicago with a rebound.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Niang outside. Off target from three-point range. The Bulls have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Hawks trail by 11. Stolen by Giddey. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Pulls up for 3. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
That's how versatile Josh Giddey is, capable of doing everything by himself at times.
Capella, the pass to man. They need this. Smith with the rebound. Bulls leading by 14. And here's Giddey. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Is that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, that sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. Lonzo Ball comes in for Dosunmu. And the Hawks with possession here. Chicago making their last shot.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Hawks trail by 17. And here's LeVert for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Okongwu against Giddey. Launches a 3. And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist from Giddey. Vucevic has got his first 3 points of the game. LeVert passes to Okongwu. Here's the 3. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. And it's the Bulls' ball. They're rolling here with a 15-point run. Here's Atlanta with the ball. In the second quarter, held scoreless. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Ryan, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran P.J. Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff, uprooting your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you'd never understand. B.A.?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you. And here's LeVert for 3. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now here's Giddey. He's guarded by man. Pass to Vucevic. This one for 3. Another three for Chicago.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here's Niang. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Bulls have gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Giddey's got 6 in the quarter.
And that gets him a triple-double. He's been so dynamic tonight, providing his team with everything it needs.
Young knows his range to answer his opponent.
Three-pointer, Vucevic. Nails it from beyond the arc. Vucevic has got 9.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
The Hawks shooting a low 26% from the field. Here's Mann. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Chicago leading by 22. The three. The rebound by Mann. Young from long range. The shot misses. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. On the wing, Daniels. He's guarded by White. Counted from distance. Daniels has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team. And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
On the wing, Daniels. He's guarded by White. They get the rebound. Here's Risache. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Risache's got 5.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Drills it from deep.
And that's a promising shot for Buzelis.
Here's Johnson. Outside White. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Daniels. Hawks trail by 20. Stolen by Giddey. Right side White. 4-3. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. 9 points in the game.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out of it.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And look at that. The vision is why Trae Young can get you double-digit assists.
Man, Brent, when Trae Young is on the floor, his teams put up ridiculous offensive numbers. What makes Trae a difference maker?
Well, I think Trae's relentlessness as an offensive player is hard to defend. I mean, he's so quick with the basketball. He gets into the teeth of the defense and causes so many problems, B.A. He sometimes has those stretches where he becomes an offense unto himself.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 12. Inside. Rejected by a Kongwu. Johnson inside. Giddey defends. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding and rising up off the ground.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Pull-ups are not easy shots to sink, but Giddey with good balance that time.
Pass to Daniels. Fires the 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Now here's Ball. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Okongwu, no good. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Pass to Giddey. Ball outside. Over Rizachet. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Ball with it. Outside Giddey. White, the pass to Giddey. Here's Buzelis. Jacks up a three. Another three for Chicago.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half. Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Buzelis. 9 points in the game. 52 seconds left in the third. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. Fires the three. Knocks down the triple. Buzelis has got 12 points.
Yeah, nice job by Buzelis connecting from the corner. The defense has to at least honor his three-point shot.
He drops it from range.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Ball no good. The Hawks have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Count it, good. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition. And that helps get the rhythm going.
Substitution on the court.
From deep, Giddey. That shot off the mark. And so it's Chicago, firmly in control with an impressive 28-point. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. The Bulls shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. On the court for the Bulls, getting the fourth quarter going. Trey Jones is out there with Kevin Huerter. Then there's Jalen Smith. Then it's Patrick Williams. And it's Dosunmu in at the three. Pure from three-point range.
Well, we talk about some expanded range. Huerter's got some himself.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
The Bulls making a switch here. Giddey's checked in. Capella screen on Giddey. And here's LeVert for three. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Driving in. Pass to Smith. Back to Giddey. Dosunmu for three. Fires in the triple. Dosunmu's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And here's Mann. Shot on the wing. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Back to Smith. Dosunmu outside. It's Giddey on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Another three for Chicago.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that. That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Blocking foul. Call down. The Capella. His first. Team's first.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Atlanta.
Number 11. Trae.
Here's Giddey. Williams, a screen on LeVert. Giddey with it, and it's Niang picking him up. Williams from long range. Rebound Atlanta. LeVert left side. Here's Niang. No good on the triple.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
The three, Smith. LeVert with a rebound. The Hawks have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Young can't hit.
Yeah, it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Jones from outside. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. The three connects from downtown. Krejci's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Jones, the shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Three-pointer off the mark. The Hawks have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. The shot by LeVert, no good. Chicago's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. And another dime for him. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Atlanta again missing. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. From deep, Giddey. Dosunmu, the pass to Giddey. Another shot. And it's Niang with the rebound.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Young. And Atlanta misses again.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Josh Giddey.
He was in the zone. He's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
Collins, he's checked in for Chicago. Herter comes in for Jones. From deep, Giddey drops in the 3.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
The 3 from Rizachet. And the Hawks with another 3.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this one.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.